So what if I ask you guys, you can make money without working. All you have to do is hold your cash or your stocks and it'll earn income on top of it. So it's kind of like a bot as well for BotSpot. But PutHouse does the automatic options trading. And it's kind of like an insurance business where you have, if you were to buy an auto policy, people are paying you as the user of PutHouse to buy that contract. In this case, it's an option contract. And as long as the market doesn't move too volatile and the concept of strike price, as long as the underlying stock price is under the strike price, you get to earn that premium. In that case, it's an income. And so in the terms of insurance business, as long as no one makes a claim, you make that money. And so that's how it's like an insurance business. And you guys are probably familiar with call contracts, put contracts. With the call contract, people of that buyer of a call contract is paying you as the user of PutHouse. And so they're buying the option to buy, they're paying for the option to buy shares before that expiration date and at that strike price. And so as a user of PutHouse, you're selling them the option contract. And so that's why you're holding either stocks, which is standardized to 100 shares, or cash, which is equivalent to 100 shares. And I'll show you a bit of a demo here. It's PutHouse dashboard right here. And so all you do is put in the cash, put in the stocks, and click start. And it'll trade, it'll tell exactly, similar like BotSpot actually, it'll explain to you for these symbols that you hold, which ones are enough risk to take on to earn income on top of it. So right now, this account holds Microsoft, Robinhood, SpaceX, Meta, and all of the times it'll skip it because it'll say, hey, you either don't have enough shares or you already have enough shares and it's within earnings, so it's too risky because there may be like a gap risk where the stock will go up, will rally up 20% in one day. So we want to avoid those kind of scenarios. Similarly to BotSpot, it'll trade when it's like above a moving average. And I'll go over to the portfolio tab here because it'll show you all those contracts that it traded. So Nebius is one of the stocks that I hold. And you can see a lot of them are unprofitable, but that's all right because if we look at one of the concepts is delta, and it'll tell us 0.12 means it's almost like 90% chance of profit. So for every dollar the stock moves, this is how much the contract will move. So it's a very small amount. It'll move 0.12. So it's what we call far out of the money. And because these contracts are closed at close to at 50% profit, that percentage of profit is even higher, maybe like 95. And it has been back tested 12 years for options data. And it's profitable as well. And just for some context, since I'm along the way, there's already users for PutHouse. It's already earning profit for users as well. And they're paying users, and their average account size is $50,000, which is a lot more than traditional brokerages because the average American has $4,000 in savings. So for Robinhood, they did a good job of democratizing trading and investing. But now the next step above that is agentic trading and also automated options trading. And so you see that it is unprofitable, but if we were to look over to the analytics here, let's say the 3-month mark. So every month it's earning income and the win rate is extremely high. So not only do you have a really high win rate, you're earning conservatively, because these are the default settings, so usually 0.5%. I usually tell people it's up to 3%. So it does depend on how the market moves, what stocks you hold, and the settings you tune. So there are preset settings. There's a bold mode, which is a default, so it'll trade everything. I have it here set to custom, so it just max everything out to 100% number of shares that I have, use all the contracts. And if we were to go to the stocks, I mentioned you're trading with your stocks or your cash. And I have some cash here, like 30,000 here. And let's look at the stocks that I hold. A lot of nebulous, Meta, a lot of big tech, right? I used to trade TQQQ, but now I'm more so in the long-term holding and just earning income on top of it. But just going back to earning income, it's pretty steady. Here, you're earning close to like maybe 500 a week, and that's kind of like working without, you're earning money without working. So that's the great part of it. I'm not saying BotSpot is a bad strategy. It's just a different strategy. But I kind of like alluded to if you were to have like a few millions in the account, maybe selling a few millions is like a huge realized tax that you have to pay. And that drops your portfolio value. Whereas this one, it's kind of like the opposite. You're holding your stocks long term. But that's about it. Yeah. So it'll basically just trade everything. All you have to do is put in cash or stocks, click start, and you're done. It's a set it and forget it.
You said exit rules?
Oh, yes. It fully automates the entries, exits, risk management. So for exits, it closes at 50% profit. If it's not profitable by expiration, you could choose if you want to let it get assigned or not. I prefer to not close them early, so allow assignment. So that's one of the concepts. Allow assignment is when the call buyer exercises that contract, they want to buy 100 shares using the contract you sold them. But you always earn that premium that they paid to buy that contract. Yes.
Can you screen the bid-ask spread? Just like bid-ask spread, like why?
Yes. So it always sells at, so there is I'll show you the custom settings here. One of the filters is for bid-ask spread at below 20%. So usually for institutions, they do 10%. They want to make sure they're not losing out on the spread for poor fills. But that's fully configurable. I do 20 because sometimes the users just have more illiquid stocks. Instead of trading SPY, they're trading, let's say like a Nebius. It can be pretty wide. So that's configurable as well. And it always trades at mid price. So you're not losing out on if you were to place a market order, you're kind of losing out on the spread. Yep. So yeah.
So you provide a platform for people to like trade, or like you also provide strategies?
So it's just the income strategy for PutHouse, and this PutHouse is the platform for also uses Alpaca for market data and holding your funds to earn income on top of it. Well, there could be expansions and additional strategies. Right now, it's just focused on the income strategies. Exactly. Up to 3% monthly.
Set options.
Yes, exactly.
Is that Alpaca rate, or is that?
The one on the left is Alpaca. So they have a high yield savings. This is showing how not only do you have a starter high yield savings, you're generating income on top of it, and then the flywheel of using that income to buy additional shares or trade more contracts. Yep. Any questions?
What would happen in the slim chance of a black swan event to your strategies?
Yeah. So the cool part is it's trading covered calls, and the contract expires, decays faster when the stocks drop. When the stocks drop, the call expires like decays faster. So you actually become more profitable for the contracts. Granted, you are holding the stocks, so you are losing value on the stocks, but that's the same for any buy and hold strategy.
Okay. So the volatile risk.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep. So managing risk is a big one. I already say over down here, the approach is to preserve your capital, to have a safety first approach before we maximize gains. Now, I think for Rob's strategy at BotSpot, just to mention it again, it's great for maximizing income. Who doesn't want to earn more money, make more like higher returns? Now at some point, like there are just additional strategies. And again, like if you were to hold 10 million, which I'm not saying it's like easy to, like holding 10 million and then selling a lot of it, again, there's some tax purposes there. Safety comes first. I think risk management is how you'll have gains compound long term. Yep. And again, I have a video here. I don't know if it plays audio. I'll kind of show it. I don't know if it plays. Let's see if I can get the sound over here. I post a lot on Instagram, YouTube. I have an intern right now doing a lot of the marketing for videos as well. This is one of the videos that I made early on.
He's in the bar, get in the car, fucking up, but it's enough of like, young, sorry, not, finish up place, up to be fixed, fun, do break, no, but not go.
So that's a quick 15-second of what I showed earlier. Okay. Any other questions? So just a quick show of hands, like how many of you guys hold stocks? All right. Less than half the group. Okay. Well, it's you can start anywhere. I started in college with $100 in Apple, and I always regret selling it. But I recommend a long-term view as well in stocks. So AI, I think, is a big one. Personally, I'm not a financial advisor. Okay. Thank you, guys.